So these are bottles of vape liquid that have been seized from secondary schools from England, and they all contain spice.
For the last year, police have been sending Professor Chris Pudney hundreds of vapes.
That is spice, so probably a pretty strong variant of spice, quite a strong one.
These colourful liquids are sold across social media, targeted at teenagers. Many have no idea they're actually inhaling spice.
Spice is a synthetic man-made drug that was originally designed to work in some of the same ways that cannabis works on the receptor in the brain. It just happens to be way, way stronger.
The online dealers are falsely claiming these liquids contain THC, the psychoactive ingredient in cannabis.
Now, a real THC cannabis vape probably costs about £60, something like that if you bought it as a commercial product from the States, for example, where it's legal. Spice actually is probably more like £5 to fill up a vape. So you can see why that kind of drug dealing is really targeting this cheap, strong drug to a cohort of young people.
The University of Bath tested nearly 2,000 vapes, seized from 114 schools across England. Of those, 13% were found to contain spice. The university also uncovered that more spice was for sale on social platforms targeted at younger people, nearly 70% on TikTok compared to 12% on Facebook. Often made in people's kitchens, the spice mix is easy to find. Sky News' data and forensics team used basic searches, uncovering hundreds of illegal vape liquids for sale across TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. We contacted more than a dozen accounts selling this illegal vape liquid. Most responded in just a few seconds with a menu offering bottles for as little as £10. When we told one we were nervous about the product, they actually admitted that the mix was spice, that it would mess you up, and that the high would last for about half an hour. The ease of getting it on socials means spice, a drug endemic in our prisons, is now ending up in our schools.
He did say he was hallucinating. He felt like he was in water.
Kelly, not her real name, has seen the impact of illegal vapes firsthand. Her teenage son collapsed after having a vape full of spice pushed into his mouth by bullies at his school.
I felt like he'd been violated. It's had a massive effect on him since then. His anxiety has increased. He's frightened to leave the house. He hasn't been to school for over a year.
Spice is highly dangerous. It can cause psychosis, seizures, and even cardiac arrest.
There's a good amount of evidence that it is a new and emerging threat and something that we need to keep a really, really close eye on. We know that there are increased hospitalisations from schools. It's so appealing to young people, so accessible, so affordable, and it just makes the whole thing so easy.
TikTok says content promoting vapes and illegal drugs is not permitted and have removed accounts highlighted by Sky News. Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, says buying and selling drugs on its platforms is strictly prohibited and that it has robust measures in place to detect and remove such content. It has also deleted the drug dealers' accounts we found. Social platforms have a legal duty to act under new online safety laws, but the university says the regulator Ofcom needs to go further.
At the present time, that Online Safety Act isn't being enforced against the social media platforms. What we really need is a dedicated focus on drugs on social media platforms from Ofcom, and we really want to urge that Ofcom looks at this as a specific thing that it goes after and targets.
Ofcom says it is holding platforms to account and has already launched investigations into 47 sites and apps. The truth is, social platforms are increasingly being used to sell vape liquid containing spice, bought by children who have no idea what's inside. Dan Whitehead, Sky News.